Owning a home is often seen as the ultimate sign of success, but did you know it could be one of the most expensive mistakes you ever make? The average American spends over $200,000 on homeownership costs beyond the mortgage, things like repairs, taxes, and insurance. Yet most people never even consider these hidden expenses. It gets worse. Research shows that the average homeowner's house loses value during the first 5 years of ownership, thanks to factors like maintenance costs and neighborhood changes. Think that dream house is a smart investment? You might be shocked to learn that owning a home is often less profitable than simply investing in stocks or bonds. In fact, studies show that over 30 years, the average stock investment outperforms real estate by a staggering 2-to-1 ratio. But don't just take my word for it. In this video, we're going to uncover the real costs of owning a house, everything from hidden fees to long-term depreciation. You'll learn how your dream home might actually be draining your wealth, and how you can make smarter financial decisions to build real, lasting wealth. Stick around, because what we cover next might change how you think about homeownership forever. Chapter 1. Beyond the mortgage. The financial black hole. When most people think about owning a house, they only focus on the mortgage. But here's the kicker. That's just the beginning. Research shows that owning a home costs 2-4 times more than the initial price tag over the years. A mortgage might seem like your only monthly payment, but once you factor in property taxes, utilities, insurance, and repairs, you're looking at a much bigger number. Even a $200,000 house can end up costing you $400,000 or more over 30 years. Mortgage rates are often advertised as low, but the hidden interest adds up quickly. For example, on a 30-year mortgage, you might end up paying nearly double the amount you originally borrowed in interest alone. Think about that for a second. Your house could cost you twice what it's worth just because of a loan. Also, consider refinancing. Many homeowners refinance to take advantage of lower interest rates, but they rarely account for the costs involved, including closing fees and the time it takes to break even. These hidden costs can set back your financial progress years into the future. Chapter 2. The property tax time bomb. What they don't tell you: property taxes are one of the sneakiest costs of homeownership. They rise year after year, and homeowners often don't realize how quickly they can escalate. For instance, in the US, property taxes have increased by an average of 3-5% annually over the past 2 decades. That's more than inflation. The property tax rate may seem like a small percentage of the home's value, but the key is how the value of your property might appreciate. In some high-demand areas, such as New York City or San Francisco, property taxes can climb to thousands of dollars a year, even if the housing market is volatile. Imagine buying a $500,000 home with a 1.2% property tax rate. In the first year, you'll pay about $6,000 in taxes. But if your property appreciates in value by 5% each year, those taxes could climb to $9,000 within 5 years, without you even realizing it. Chapter 3. Maintenance nightmares. The unseen drain on your wallet. Homeownership often comes with the expectation that everything will stay in good shape. But things break down. The average homeowner spends between 1% and 4% of their home's value annually on maintenance. If your house is worth $250,000, that's anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000 a year. It's not just the big repairs that hit the wallet. Minor fixes, like a clogged drain, broken appliance, or damaged window, can add up. Homeowners tend to underestimate these costs, and that leads to surprise expenses. A famous line from the book The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley says, "You don't realize how much money you spend on things that don't add value." Homeowners might find themselves fixing up their homes for years without seeing a true return on investment. Also, major repairs are inevitable. Roof replacements, plumbing issues, and HVAC repairs can easily reach the thousands. For instance, the average cost to replace a roof is around $7,000. That's not small change, especially when you consider it's an expense you can't avoid. If you want more insights into smart financial decisions, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more to uncover. Chapter 4. Depreciation or appreciation. The untold secret of neighborhood trends. The neighborhood you choose can make or break the value of your home. Over time, cities and towns grow, but not all of them grow equally. A well-kept neighborhood might be booming today, but it could be a ghost town in the future. Did you know that between 2010 and 2020, nearly 1,000 cities across the US saw a significant drop in home values due to crime and economic downturns? If your property is in an area that declines, your investment could go south, no matter how well you maintain it. One of the hidden traps in real estate is the neighborhood creep. A high-end neighborhood can quickly become less desirable due to factors like a rising crime rate or new, undesirable developments nearby. In fact, some real estate experts recommend not just buying a house but buying the entire street. The health of surrounding properties matters. A study from Harvard found that, when one home in a neighborhood deteriorates, the value of nearby properties can drop by up to 10%. That means your home's value can take a hit just from someone else's poor investment choices. Chapter 5. The Opportunity Cost. What you're losing by sticking to real estate. Many investors believe that real estate is the safest, most lucrative asset class. But here's the hidden truth. Real estate comes with huge opportunity costs. Investing in property means locking up a lot of capital, money you can't access quickly if a more profitable opportunity comes your way. The average annual return for real estate investment has historically been around 9%. Sounds great, right? But that's still lower than the S&P 500's long-term average of 10–11%. Over 20 years, $100,000 invested in the S&P 500 could grow to nearly $800,000, while a similar investment in real estate would only reach around $600,000. Opportunity cost isn't just about comparing stocks to real estate. It's about the flexibility that stocks and bonds give you, especially in times of financial uncertainty. With real estate, you're tied down, unable to move your money without significant time delays and fees. In fact, the liquidity of real estate is a major disadvantage. A house is not like a stock you can sell in a few hours. A property might sit on the market for months or even years, especially in a weak market, and that's money you can't use elsewhere. Chapter 6. Liquidity Trap. Your house is a frozen asset. While real estate might seem like a safe bet, the reality is that it's often the least liquid asset you can own. Unlike stocks or bonds, your house is a frozen asset that can take months or years to sell. The average time it takes to sell a home in the US is 4–6 months, depending on the market conditions. This lack of liquidity can be disastrous in emergencies. If you need quick cash for an unexpected medical bill, investment opportunity, or family situation, your house isn't going to help much. If you want to sell it, you'll likely have to lower the price to attract buyers or go through a lengthy negotiation process. A real estate study by the National Bureau of Economic Research found that homes have an average liquidity penalty of 6–10%, meaning it costs you that much more in time, money, and effort to access the cash tied up in your property. And let's not forget about market fluctuations. During a recession, the value of your house could drop, forcing you to sell at a loss. This is a risk many homeowners ignore when they're focused on the perceived safety of owning property. Homeowners tend to overlook the fact that they're locking up an enormous amount of wealth in an asset that may not pay off as quickly or as predictably as other investments. This is the liquidity trap at work. Your money is stuck, waiting for the right buyer. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more financial tips. Let's make smarter money moves together.